What time frame should you use when trading? 5 minute? Or do I trade a day, a week, a month, 4 hour, 1 hour? What's the best time frame to trade? It's an important question because there's no one answer to this question. There's no simple answer to this question because it really depends on how much time you've got, how much you can afford to put in as risk, how much money you're prepared to risk at any one time, how fast you want to trade, and your personality. Your personality goes into this a lot. So the question you're probably asking yourself is, do I trade a 5 minute or do I trade a day, a week, a month, 4 hour, 1 hour? What's the best time frame to trade? Well, I'm gonna tell you, but hey, it's Rob Guilty, it's logical trading. Don't forget, trading is risky. 80% of traders lose money, and if you don't like losing money, don't trade. The best time frames to trade are actually very, very, very complicated. And the reason for that is simple. If you're trading on a daily time frame, you're effectively what we know as a swing trader. You can keep your trades overnight, you can keep your trades over the weekend, and you can just relax and come in the morning, have a look at the trade, put a trade in and just put a stop loss in, take profit in and leave the trade, because it's going to take so long to play out. If you're trading on the 1 minute, you've got to sit and you've got to look at your charts all day because they're moving so fast. But the other big difference you have to understand is, as exciting as that is, on the 1 minute chart, it's only going to move a few pips for you to make that profit, whereas on the daily chart, it's going to move a whole lot. So there's a whole lot more profit to be had on the daily chart. That said, you can make a lot of profit on the lower time frames by risking more money. But then, if it goes against you, it also goes against you in large amounts. So you're actually playing with larger amounts of money on the lower time frames. So you've got to have an appetite for a lot of risk when you're trading on the lower time frames. If you're looking for a trade, check out my secret blog. 10-15 seconds of your time, nothing more. Visit the secret blog. Free trade on there every day, which I post totally free. Guys, it's not financial advice, just a trading idea. On the blog as well, you'll see on the left, little PDF, free Forex book, my gift to you, asking nothing for it. But enjoy the trade every day. It's always nice to know what everybody else is doing, isn't it? Now that you've checked out my secret blog, you know you get a trade every day. But it's just for information. It's just an idea. It's not financial advice, don't forget that. All I say is, when it comes to trading the time frames, you have to choose a time frame that's going to suit you. But the best way to trade the time frames is the way I prefer to do it, is I go to the higher time frame. Now for me, that's a day. For you, it might be a month, might be a week. If you're trading the day, go to the weekly. If you're trading the weekly, go to the monthly. What I do is I go to the daily, and then I pick my levels on the daily chart. Once I've picked my levels on the daily chart, I'll drop to the 4 hour and trade the 4 hour. And sometimes I'll even trade the 1 hour, depending on how the chart's looking. And if I want to, I'll even drop to the 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes if I need to get a sort of really fine entry. But I prefer to trade 1 hour and 4 hours. But I take my levels from the daily, and the reason I do that is the higher the time frame, the more accurate the levels, and the more accurate the trend, the more accurate the position in the market and the pattern in the market. So while you can trade the lower time frames, the higher time frames will give you much more accurate information. So that's the way I trade the time frames. So I go higher and then I trade on the lower time frames. And And that for me works for me. So if you're trading a very low time frame, like a 1 minute or a 5 minute, maybe take your levels from a 1 hour or a 5 hour and then drop down to those time frames. Maybe the day will be too high for you. But for me, the daily time frame works, and then I trade the 4 hour or the 1 hour time frames, and that just does the job, let's say. So guys, thanks for watching. Until tomorrow, bye.